Well, I don't know about you, but the turkey is packed away in the freezer. Just this past week, we finally put it away. I mean, it was so quick, this turnaround from Thanksgiving to all of a sudden Christmas trees up all over the place. Almost makes your head spin trying to stay on top of this. It's kind of a crazy time of year. People out shopping, bell ringers as you go in and out of grocery stores, people hanging up lights on their houses. We have these lights at our house, that beautiful little lights. We got garlands strung on the eave and lights wrapped around those, and it's just striking and beautiful. But we also installed gutter guards to keep leaves out of our gutters, and this wire mesh is just the right size that when the wind blows, the garland flips up, the lights go right into those little, and they get stuck up there until one of the lights breaks off, falls back down, and nothing works. And every year as I'm hanging this garland, I'm going, why am I doing this? Because I know that those January winds are going to come, those December winds are going to rip into this, and lights are going to go out, and I'm going to be staring at all those lights not working. We go out and we chop down trees and we haul them into our living rooms and we set them up and throw a bunch of stuff on them. You know, I think if someone came from some place that didn't celebrate Christmas and they looked at everything that we were doing this time of year, they would think we have gone nuts. What in the world is going on? We come and we pack our churches and we sing those wonderful Christmas carols. We just love singing those songs. It just fills us with warmth and energy and excitement. And we love those songs. And I got my Nat King Cole Christmas CD ready to go. I got my Mannheim Steamroller CD ready to go out there. I even found 1045, the Christmas radio station. And so I played these songs and I'm already hearing them 3-4 times over already. But we just love that stuff, right? But what's going on? What is going on at Christmas? Because I believe all these things, even though they're wonderful and great and they make us feel warm and fuzzy inside, they're really the externals of Christmas. They are not the internal, powerful truth of what's going on at Christmas. Someone just brought me an article that I think they cut out of the Omaha World Herald about how Christmas is good and you can do Christmas without God. How you can go through all the ceremony, all the festivities and all that stuff, and you can capture the celebration of Christmas. That's what I want us to look at today. I want us to fundamentally ask the question, what is going on at Christmas time? Because I think the answer to that really shapes a lot of things and really begins to shape our understanding of what we do as God's people. And I'm going to take us to some scripture that we perhaps don't always look at during Christmas time. We like, Matthew, we like Luke, we like the stories of the wise men and the shepherds and the angels and the babe in Bethlehem and the manger and the cute little baby Jesus. We like that story, but I'm going to take us someplace else. Someplace that I think reveals a powerful truth about what is going on behind the scenes, if you will. And that's the Gospel of John. This is what we hear. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through Him all things were made, and without Him nothing was made that has been made. In Him was life, and that life was the light of men. Now we read this passage and we go, the Word was with God, the Word was God, the Word was there at the beginning. What's this word thing. Well, I just happened to bring my Langenscheidt Pocket Greek Dictionary along with me this morning. Just happened to have it in my back pocket, so I thought I'd break it out here. Because it's something kind of fascinating. You know, when translators translate from the ancient language and they translate into English, they always have to make a choice. They have to try to figure out what English word they want to plug in here. And I swear that when they came to the word logos, they had a big problem. And they had to really make some difficult choices because this is a concise dictionary. In other words, this just gives you the bare bones of what a word might mean. Listen to a definition of logos. A saying, speaking, a speech, a mode of speaking, eloquence, discourse, conversation, a talk, a word, an expression, an assertion, a principle, a maxim, a proverb, an oracle, a promise, an order, a command, a proposal, a condition, an agreement, stipulation, decision, a pretext, news, a story, a report, a legend, history, a book, an essay, an oration, an affair, an incident, a thought, reason, reckoning, a computation, a reflection, a deliberation, an account, a consideration, an opinion, a cause, an end, an argument, a demonstration, meaning, value, purpose, proportion, Christ. Do you have any idea that that's what's going on here? Now let's reread this first section of John's Gospel. Let's really read it as it was really written here. This is something that is incredible. In the beginning was the purpose, the being, the expression, the desire, the report, the history, the command, the promise of God. And this was God, and it was with God, and it was there from the very beginning. This logos, this order, this command, this desire of God reveals himself in the midst of creation. And we discover that as the creator order unfolds in the very beginning of time, God's expression of himself is revealed through this logos, through the Word. In the midst of creation, God lays out himself. The Creator reveals himself in the midst of his creation. He lays down a sense of order. He lays down certain characteristics that he brings into creation. In that very Word was life itself. In that very Word was the light that shines. And as we reflect back to Genesis, what do we remember? What do we hear there? We see that God looks over the expanse and he says, "Let there be light." And God says, "It is good." God speaks his logos in the midst of creation, and that logos is wived within the very fabric of creation. Did you have any idea that Christmas is tied to creation? That the essence and the purpose of Christmas is revealed through God speaking his word, his logos, his meaning, his purpose, his desire.